Now, this video is about Robinhood, and particularly, this is my 5 reasons why you should not use Robinhood for trading cryptocurrencies. Now, admittedly, I'm coming into this video a little bit salty because most of these issues I've experienced rather recently. As over the last couple weeks, as you know, the cryptocurrency market has exploded, and I was able to make a good amount of profit because of that. But I would have made a little bit more profit if it wasn't for all of these issues. So the number one reason why you should not use Robinhood is because it's simply not your cryptocurrency. They're just holding it for you on your behalf, and you can sell it and buy it that way. There's no wallets, so you have no wallet ID, so people can't send you cryptocurrency, and you can't send people cryptocurrency using Robinhood. So there's no way to get your currency or your coins or anything like that off of Robinhood without actually selling it for USD or whatever your country's currency is, and then executing a withdrawal of your currency that way. So for me, that's a huge issue because I prefer not to keep a large amount of money in a platform like this. I prefer to put it on a hardware wallet, and just the fact that you don't have the ability to do that is not good. And that takes us to the second reason why you probably should avoid Robinhood, and that is because it's really not a trading platform at all. All it is a buying and selling platform. You can't trade cryptocurrencies from one to another. There's no standard like USD token that you can use to exchange for a cryptocurrency with the same value of fiat currency. And because of this, every time you execute a trade, you're selling your cryptocurrency for whatever your native currency is. And depending on where you're from, this can create a huge headache when it comes to doing your taxes. And it's just a whole nother step. For example, if you had a whole bunch of Litecoins and you wanted Ethereum, instead of just doing a straight trade like that, which most platforms allow you to do, you will have to sell it for USD or whatever, and then go ahead and buy Ethereum. Granted, this is technically commission free, but that takes us to number 3 in the reasons why I don't advise people using this, and that is pricing inconsistencies. And that is very noticeable in the recent Ethereum Classic spike and dip. During the spike, Robinhood was showing anywhere from $10 to $20 above what the actual price was on all of the other platforms. So in theory, it was technically more expensive to buy that cryptocurrency on Robinhood. But then after the dip, they seem to have corrected it. So now it is trading at the current market rate with maybe a couple dollars difference instead of that $10 or $20 difference. So if you're somebody who bought at like a really high point, like let's say you bought it for $150 while it was trading on $130 on other platforms, and then it dipped and now it's matching what the other platforms are trading at. So now not only did you experience the pain of a dip, but you lost that premium in price that you paid for the Robinhood difference. And then that takes me to number 4, and for a lot of people this is probably the most important thing to consider, and that is Robinhood absolutely sucks when there is high volume on their platform. And we've noticed this 2 different times in the last week with Dogecoin, as people were buying it up like crazy before the Elon Musk SNL performance. So during that initial peak buying period, you would get that service interruption message. And then, as we saw, right once the Saturday Night Live performance was starting and the mass sell-off happened, and this is one of the situations that I lost a little bit of change, is because I was gonna sell about half of my Doge portfolio at that time, and I went and it was trading at like 67 or 70, somewhere around there. And as soon as I went to sell, we had that service interruption message, and that didn't go away for a couple hours. And then by the time it went away, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm keeping my whole portfolio now, because it was down to like 55, which if we go over to Doge, we can see it's at 50 now, and we've had a rather bumpy week. But it's still up, going over the 1 month average. I bought in around here. So I'm not an early adopter, but I still have a little bit of profit I could pull out if I wanted to. And that's why I decided after that SNL performance that I would just end up keeping my portfolio. But because I'm going to end up switching, I'm going to end up having to sell all my Doge anyway and then repurchase it on another platform Which, speaking of other platforms, not the main one I'm using, but I installed the Crypto.com app because there's two different cryptocurrencies I'm holding on there. One of them is their coin, it's the CRO Crypto.com coin, and then the other one is that other dog meme. I decided to buy a substantial amount of those just for the meme. So this video is not really sponsored at all, but if you were interested in Crypto.com, you could use my referral link down below. You'll get $25. I'll get $25. It's a beautiful deal. And from what I've seen, it's a fairly decent platform. They have some changes that they could do to make it a little bit better. But hey, $25 is $25. If you used it to buy I think it's SHIB, SHIB, you could be technically a shibanaire, millionaire. But with that said, that takes us to number 5, and that is the absolutely horrible, comically horrible support that Robinhood gives, especially on Twitter. People post like things going over some of their issues and grievances with Robinhood, a lot of the things that I've discussed in this video here today, and then Robinhood is just like, well, we'll let you know if we're going to do that or not. And that's about it. So their support is horrible. You can only use it to buy and sell. You can't trade it. It's not your money, ultimately. Robinhood is just a platform that if you're seriously interested in cryptocurrencies, I'd avoid it. There's other issues, like there's really not that many cryptocurrencies. There's like 5 or 6, and that's not a lot. And even in the US, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that we don't easily have access to, but even other platforms provide at least like 50. Coinbase is another one that you could use, but the fees are kind of high. So I'm using the Crypto.com app and the, I think it's Binance US version. I was using Binance quite a while ago before they blocked US people, and that would be awesome if we could use that, but we cannot. So we are limited to our like 50 different cryptos that we can go ahead and buy and sell and all that. So with that said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a different style than what I usually do. And like I said, that referral link to crypto.com will be in the description if you're interested. If you're interested in getting into cryptocurrency, I do advise you to avoid Robinhood. I mean, if you plan on buying like Litecoin or even Bitcoin and you're going to hold it for a really long time, you could go ahead and install Robinhood if you already have Robinhood for stocks and all that. But even with stocks, I have a lot of concerns that I'm not going to get into in this video. I personally use Fidelity Investments. The only reason I use Fidelity is because it was what was given to me by a company I worked for, and I had a 401k there, which is now a rollover IRA. So I already have a good chunk of change in Fidelity as an IRA, but now they have zero commission stock trades and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a stock trading platform that has a wonderful reputation, Fidelity is something to look at. Additionally, they have really good mutual funds, so if you want somewhere fairly safe to put a substantial chunk of change, that is a good option for you. So with that said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in more like this, you can let me know down below. I usually do Linux videos, tech videos, hardware stuff. I'm going to be checking out this PC cooler here in a little bit. But with that said, I do hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video. If you did, subscribe for more content. Not really like this, but techie, I guess. Yeah, have a great day and goodbye.